So Home Depot just reported earnings, and their chart's looking pretty interesting right now. I'm going to talk about both those things in this video. Let's jump in. What's up everyone, I'm Brad. Welcome to the Money Dad channel. In this video we're talking about Home Depot. They just reported earnings. I'm going to get into their chart, but in general on this channel we talk about personal finance, other stocks, and Bitcoin as well. So if you're interested in any of those things, please consider hitting that subscribe button so that you can continue to see content like this and become a part of the family here at this channel. All right, so this is the other point in the article that told me a reason why the stock did not move higher this morning on these earnings. A senior analyst at Oppenheimer attributed the move to concerns that Home Depot's gains during the pandemic aren't sustainable. So I can understand this. You know, we're in a unique time where certain companies are taking advantage of it. Certain companies are getting beat up. Home Depot and Lowe's appear to be a company that are taking advantage of it. Like I, for example, did a ton of projects around the house while I was staying at home. I went to Home Depot all the time to get those supplies, so I totally get it. That said, Home Depot has made a ton of money during this time, and they put their money to use. They continued to expand. They used that money to keep growing. They went out and bought, with $8 billion, another company in HD Supply, Home Depot Supply. So this was a spin-off of Home Depot that they sold off in 2007, and now they reacquired it for $8 billion. So they are so it's an M&A. I love to see M&As. Tells me that the company is putting cash to use to expand and grow. I love it. So even though you got analysts out there saying that profits and revenues that we're seeing with Home Depot during the pandemic is not sustainable, it doesn't matter to me because they took those profits and invested them basically by acquiring another business that is going to bring them more profits and earnings going forward. So you love to see it. Okay, so I went over the earnings call and how I didn't really move the stock price a whole lot this morning. Now let's jump into that chart because there's some good stuff there too. All right, so here I got Home Depot's chart in TradingView pulled up, and you can see since about August we've been in this sideways chopping around territory. Oh, you can see TradingView has updated now, and it looks like pre-market we are down $5, right? You got yesterday's close at $279. Pre-market we're at $274, so we're down about $5 on a $280 stock. That's about 2%. So we're down about 2% pre-market. Not a terrible move, but yeah, it probably just because it was kind of conflicting information. You know, great revenue, great earnings, but the other things that they're concerned about, continuing to pay employees that compensation package, which I said is a great move by leadership, but it is more expensive for the company, so it cuts in that bottom line. And then their concerns that Home Depot will not continue to see this kind of revenue and profit going forward after the pandemic, which I also addressed. I think, you know, they took a lot of that money. They acquired HD Supply. They are investing it basically in another company. So I like this company going forward. Let me just put that there. So let's get back into this chart though. So since August, we've been putting in these waves and chopping sideways. But look at the action before it. It was a bull run coming up into this chopping sideways. So this looks really good to me because I see a channel, right? You got a channel right here. You're putting in bottoms that are pretty consistently around the same price level. You're putting in tops that are pretty consistently around the same price level. I mean, these price levels could be off just by a hair, but really, I mean, pretty close. We're looking at a double top. We're looking at a triple bottom, like maybe just off by $1 or $2 right here. They're so close. And then you have this bull run leading up to it, right? So this is a bullish channel that suggests when we break out to the upside, right? This is a continuation pattern, which means it continues the price action that was happening before the pattern, the channel started playing out, and the price action before was bullish, right? We were going up. So now we've entered this channel. More often than not, this is not 100%, but more often than not, as a continuation pattern, it suggests the price action continues whatever action was happening before. So we're going to the upside from here. Whoops, let me get rid of that. We're not definitely going to the upside from here, but it's suggesting we're going to the upside from here. So you can measure a price target based off of how long this initial wave is. So let's take a look at that. We'll call it right here. We'll measure that out and just copy it. That's not what I copied. Not what I copied. That's from a different chart. Copy that. Paste. We got our mimicked trend line. You put that guy right there, and this just depends on where we break out of the channel as well. And it doesn't mean that we're going to break out to the upside, but the odds are with us on this one, right? This is a bullish channel. This pattern suggests more often than not we break out to the upside, but it's not a guarantee. So we measure our price target by taking the measurement of this first wave and just sticking it over here wherever we break out. If we break out right here, and we just click on it, and we can see 322. 322 would be our price target if we broke out of this channel to the upside. Now, if we break this trend line, if we break this support on the bottom, this chart is invalid. No go. Do not pay attention to this anymore. You have to redo it. So this is looking really good for Home Depot. I like Home Depot as a company. I like the moves that they are making. I think that is going to eventually pay dividends for them. You know, guaranteeing the compensation package for the employees. That is a great move. You know, sure, the expenses are going to hit the bottom line, but you build that loyalty, you build reputation, rapport. It just looks so good on the leadership. They're acquiring other businesses, another strong move, and of course they have that revenue and earnings beat, which it's always a good thing, right? You always want to beat estimates as opposed to, you know, miss. So they are down $5 pre-market trading right now. Maybe we retest the bottom of this channel and use it as support and hopefully head to the upside from there. If we break under that support, this pattern is no good. I really like this company. They're doing a lot of good things. I think we're heading up from here. And if we go ahead and break through that resistance at the top of the channel, we're going to see $322 as a price target. So that's it. That's my prediction. Like I said before, this is not a guarantee. This is technical analysis on the charts that increase the probability of winning. It doesn't guarantee wins. It increases your probability. Right, so I see 322 as a price target if we break through that resistance at the top of the channel. And this is not financial advice. This is my own opinion. This is what has worked for me in the past as an investor for the last 15 years. Not official financial advice, entertainment purposes only. That's all I got for this video. If you guys like this, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. I will see you there. Thanks.